Hey everyone, we've all been there, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. wondering why sleep seems impossible. If you or someone you love, especially those over 60, are stuck in this frustrating cycle, you're in the right place. We often hear that waking up in the middle of the night is just a normal part of aging, but is that really true? As a doctor, I'm here to tell you that while age plays a role, it's not the whole story. There's a lot more going on beneath the surface, and the good news is there are things you can do about it. Over the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into the science of sleep, uncover the common culprits behind those 3 a.m. wake-up calls, and most importantly, equip you with practical tips and strategies for a better night's rest. So, let's get started and get you back to sleeping soundly through the night. Let's kick things off with melatonin, often called the sleep hormone because it plays a crucial role in regulating your sleep-wake cycle. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less melatonin, and this decline becomes particularly noticeable in the wee hours of the morning. Think of melatonin like a dimmer switch for your brain. When it's dark outside, your brain releases more melatonin, signaling your body that it's time to wind down and get some shut-eye. But as we get older, that dimmer switch doesn't work quite as well. The production of melatonin starts to decrease, making it harder to fall asleep initially and even harder to stay asleep throughout the night. Our bodies are designed to follow a natural sleep-wake cycle called the circadian rhythm, which is basically our internal clock. As we age, this circadian rhythm can shift, meaning our bodies might start producing and releasing melatonin earlier in the evening compared to our younger years. So, less melatonin overall and potential shifts in its release can really throw a wrench in our sleep patterns as we get older. You know how some people are naturally morning people while others are more night owls? Well, that's your circadian rhythm in action. It's like your body's internal clock, telling you when it's time to sleep, wake up, and even when to eat. And just like our bodies change with age, so does our circadian rhythm. For many older adults, this means experiencing what's called an advanced sleep phase. Instead of feeling tired around 10 or 11 p.m., you might find yourself nodding off by 8 or 9 p.m. And while going to bed early might sound appealing, the downside is that you're also more likely to wake up earlier, sometimes even in those pre-dawn hours like 3 or 4 a.m. This shift in your circadian rhythm can still have some consequences. You might feel less alert during the day, have trouble concentrating, or even experience increased daytime sleepiness. The key here is to understand that this shift is a common part of aging and that there are ways to manage it and get your sleep schedule back on track. When your body has other plans, physical health, and 3 a.m. wake-ups, we've talked about melatonin and circadian rhythms, but sometimes those 3 a.m. wake-up calls are our bodies trying to tell us something else is going on. As we age, it's not uncommon to experience various health conditions or changes that can interfere with our sleep. One of the most common culprits is pain. Conditions like arthritis, back pain, or even general muscle stiffness can become more bothersome at night, making it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. And let's not forget about those frequent trips to the bathroom, especially for men with prostate issues or women who have given birth. Getting up to use the bathroom multiple times a night can significantly fragment your sleep, leaving you feeling tired and groggy the next day. Then there are those sneaky health conditions that might not seem directly related to sleep, but can still wreak havoc on your nighttime slumber. For example, did you know that heartburn, also known as acid reflux, can worsen at night when you're lying down? This is because gravity is no longer helping to keep those stomach acids down, and they can creep up into your esophagus, causing discomfort and disrupting your sleep. The lifestyle link: how daily habits impact your sleep. We've covered a lot of ground so far, from melatonin to medical conditions, but here's the thing. Sometimes, the simplest lifestyle factors can make all the difference when it comes to getting a good night's sleep. Think of it like this. Our bodies thrive on routine, and that includes our sleep patterns. When we establish consistent habits that promote good sleep, we're essentially setting ourselves up for success. On the flip side, when our daily routines are out of whack, our sleep often pays the price. One of the biggest culprits is a lack of physical activity. Even moderate exercise, like a brisk walk, gardening, or gentle stretching, can work wonders for improving sleep quality. Another common mistake is overnapping during the day. While a short power nap can be beneficial for some, long or late afternoon naps can actually interfere with your nighttime sleep. The mind-body connection, emotional well-being, and sleep. We've talked a lot about the physical aspects of sleep, but we can't forget about the powerful connection between our minds and bodies, especially when it comes to those late-night awakenings. When we're stressed, anxious, or feeling overwhelmed, our minds tend to race, making it nearly impossible to quiet those thoughts and drift off peacefully. And unfortunately, as we age, we might encounter more situations that trigger these feelings of stress or anxiety. It could be health concerns, the loss of loved ones, financial worries, or even just the general uncertainty that can come with aging. These emotional burdens can weigh heavily on our minds, especially at night when everything is quiet and we're left alone with our thoughts. This is where those 3 a.m. wake-up calls can become a double-edged sword. On the one hand, they can feel incredibly frustrating and disruptive to our sleep, but on the other hand, they can also serve as a wake-up call, pun intended, to address any underlying emotional issues that might be affecting our sleep. Reclaiming your sleep tips for a restful night. If you've been nodding along to this video feeling like those 3 a.m. wake-up calls are all too familiar, remember this: you're not alone, and there's hope. From understanding how melatonin changes with age to tweaking lifestyle habits and prioritizing emotional well-being, small steps can make a world of difference in your sleep quality. Remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's essential for a healthy and fulfilling life, no matter your age. So if you're struggling to get a good night's rest, don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider. They can help you identify any underlying medical conditions or medications that might be interfering with your sleep and guide you toward personalized solutions. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced those dreaded 3 a.m. wake-up calls? What strategies have worked for you? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below, and let's create a supportive community where we can all learn from each other. Like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living your best life.